abiding life, to be found in you, Lord, the abiding life. You are our refuge, Jesus, live in me, and may I be found in you.
Last week I ended our study by quoting from C.S. Lewis's book, The Four Loves, and you guys know I'm a huge fan of C.S. Lewis. He's an amazing writer. Actually, he's not really a theologian. He's really more. He was an English professor. I think either in Oxford or Cambridge. I always get the two confused. And he was a latecomer to Christ. But the things he began to write about because of his experience are rather profound. Anyhow, in his book, he writes that about love, that love is not a safe thing, that it is rather risky. And putting your heart out there to love other people requires vulnerability, our vulnerability. And I think we can all understand that, right? That love requires a certain kind of risk. But as risky as it is for us to love others, think about God's decision to love you. How much more risky was that? Infinitely more risky. Think of your track record. What do you and what do we have to offer God, really? You think of your track record. How dependable are you? Think about your failures, and seriously, just take a moment to take stock of what you provide in the relationship to God besides help me, My mom says there are two basic prayers, help me and thank you. And you're either going for one or the other. What kind of risk did he take in loving you, in loving us? Given your track record, given your most likely lack of dependability. He took an incredible risk. He took an incredible risk to love you, to tell you that he loves you. Even grace itself is a risky venture, right? This is something that if anybody was an investment kind of person, they're looking on like the return for what they give, they would say, I'm not sure this is a great idea, God. Like this I'm not sure the outcome is really what you're thinking of. No, because there's no guarantee for this kind of risk. So why does he do it? Why does he do it? Why does he risk loving us the way he does? Well, first of all, you have to understand God is not really concerned with his own economy. He's really concerned with your economy. He doesn't do it because he has something to gain. He does it because you have something to gain. And second of all, he does it because, as Lewis writes, his gift of love to us is the only thing that will enable mankind to love what is not naturally lovable. And listen to this list that C.S. Lewis says about the not lovable thing. It's somewhat comical, but here it is. He says, these are the not naturally lovable things: lepers, criminals, enemies, morons, the sulky, the superior, and the sneering. I don't think any of us approach those kinds of things with there's not a natural love for those things, is there? On this earth, we have a natural love for things that are beautiful, well-kept, and where we don't have to really do much for it. But he says his love is the only thing that will enable the love for the unlovely. I was reading that list, I think, yesterday to Ashley, and when I got to the word morons, she was like, morons? Like, yes, you have to love even morons. And I must admit, I've been a moron, so I hope you can love me, Nothing like an old English scholar to point out a word that you think is like, wow, even he would say that. Wow. It's also it's the risk of love because it's the only thing that would allow us and enable us to love him. As the song says, love makes the world go round. And the song is right, except for one word missing, of course. God's love. God's love makes the world go round.
Dear Pastor